Hi, I'm Brandon Davis. On this week's show, we're going to be heading to Eastern Oregon to hunt spring black bears with my dad. Little father-son bonding time. Should be a good experience. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we can find us a big bear. Most of the black bears you see are, the big black bears are dark chocolate or black. And I think these bears here go through color phases and changes. Bears don't like wet, so if it's been raining and stuff that much, they don't like a lot of wet temperature or grasses and stuff like that. So they lay low. When that sun comes out and starts drying stuff off, drying the dew off, they start coming out and chomping like crazy. Not saying you won't see them early, but that's not a typical equation. Well, we're just getting up here to the mountains to meet up with my dad. Pretty excited about it. It's kind of an old home week for me, getting back to some of the country that I love and grew up in. And I'm getting to go spend some time with my dad, and who got me into the outdoors and got me hunting. And now I'm able to show him a little bit about the long range shooting game. He's had a taste of it. Every now and again, over the years we've done a little bit. And it's the first hunt I've been able to go on with my dad for a couple years now, so I'm pretty excited about that and getting to pass on a little bit of the long range knowledge to him and have a good time with that. Roads are a little bad at times here, but pretty excited. I'm real excited to go spend some quality time with my dad and have a good hunt and get it captured on film and something that we'll have forever. So pretty exciting deal. Vader.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
I thought you just picked me up and throw me.
Yeah, I didn't want to hurt you. It was a pretty cool camp though you got set up.
We kind of cleaned it up a little bit in here, but
Yeah.
they had looks like they had horses in here and kinds of stuff at one time or another.
It is a little more dilapidated than the last time I saw it, but
But I haven't seen a bear yet this morning, but I've just been kind of on that ridge right there.
Mhm.
But several guys have seen bears right in here, and
Yep. This is some of my old stomping grounds, and canyon off that side. Seen a lot of bears and chased them around. I've actually brought my wife and I have spent some time in this camp right here. It's a pretty cool spot. So just turns back the clock a little bit. The myth, the legend, what we've all been waiting for.
yeah, right there, good.
Is that bullet that we got the specs to last fall, and we've been dying to see them finally come out, and they've come out, and we got a few hundred in our hands, and there they are. We get to test them right now.
What's the grain on that?
210 grain bullet. Manufacturer's BC is 730,
Okay.
which is the highest 210 grain 30 cal bullet on the market.
Right there, each one of those little bars is just, or what do you call them?
Yeah, the MOA marks.
Yeah, MOA marks are just absolutely clear.
Okay. So now you're set to your eye for your focus, because we went to infinity on the parallax.
Okay.
That scope is set to your eye.
Okay.
So now when we go to do anything, we're looking across at those trees right there. We're going to say those are 300 yards.
Okay.
So you adjust your parallax to 300. Everything should be, no, down here.
Oh.
So where you were looking the fog, everything should be pretty clear. So if you come down to that stump, it's going to say you should be.
It's pretty. Let me get over here.
Let me see where you're at. There's about 100 yards. That's about what that stump is. So is that stump pretty clear? Everything pretty good on that now?
That's good. I'm wiggling around like crazy. I hope you got a tripod.
Yeah. 657 yards. We've got a rock picked out over here on this hillside, And we're gonna get the rifles out. Now the fog broke and everything and cleared, been able to range. We're gonna get the rifles out, sight them in, make sure everything's good to go so we can start bear hunting. Beautiful weather, beautiful country. Can't wait to see what the rifles can do, what we can find out here.
In 2001, Best of the West began the legacy of long-range hunting. Since then, our craft has dramatically evolved, using the finest components available, with state-of-the-art machining methods. The only way to reach the highest standard of quality is by doing it ourselves. Best of the West Shooting Systems.
I'll shoot this thing first so I can get a 0, and I'm gonna put the scope. I'm gonna have you come back here then.
That looked like it was right on top. About, there was white dust came up. I think it was above it, straight above it. Just barely.
Just got the magazine loaded. We got 5 in the magazine. Okay. Chamber's empty. There's nothing in there. 5 in the magazine. And safety's off, but I've actually depressed the firing pin. So you're looking at that. That's why the safety's off. Can't put it back on now with it depressed.
Okay.
So it's empty. Chamber's empty.
How many are in the magazine?
5.
Okay.
Got scope on 10 power.
Okay.
In case you need to make some type of quick shot, whatever you got. We're back to our 0. Back on our 0 stop. She's set at 200 yards, ready to roll. Right there is what's level.
Okay.
How does that?
Just gotta find
the rock? That's an absolute bullseye.
Hey B, Kenny's getting here. Hi, this is Ken Helgerson from Baker City. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him since the day I was born. We were born just a couple days apart in the same hospital in Baker.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you made her.
Yeah.
Really glad you made it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Good to see you.
good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, good to see you.
That's cool.
So,
Hey, been here 2 minutes ago. Just a big old black bear walking down a ridge. You went in the timber there. Yeah, so they're out and starting to move, so we're pretty pretty jacked up.
Cool.
Things are gonna get.
Man, it rained up here.
You're not kidding. This is beautiful right now for what we've seen the whole time we've been here.
mean, I drove through about 100 ponds.
Well, after a couple pretty bad days of weather here, we've been stuck in the tent and going stir crazy. We finally got out and got to go look for some bears. And 15 bears in an afternoon is a pretty good day. What do you think?
That was the best day I've ever had chasing bears. Pretty awesome. Saw the biggest bear I probably ever saw. You know, other than a grizzly. I mean, this was just a tremendous bear.
He was a beautiful bear, big bear.
And then we almost got a shot at a bear tonight. That was a beautiful bear. Cinnamon blonde colored bear. Pretty dang awesome. Sows and cubs, that was cool too. So,
Any bear is a cool bear.
So we see 2 or 3 sets of cubs.
3.
3 sets of cubs.
Yeah, 3 sets of cubs tonight. So, yeah, pretty neat.
Well, I showed up late, but things turned around once I got here. Great afternoon.
I think we were talking to you on the phone.
Yeah.
You were coming in, and all of a sudden, we spotted the first bear, and I think ever since then, I think you're a good luck charm. Maybe the skies broke, and the bears came out. I think that was all you.
Bear City.
That's what we needed. We needed you to show up.
Beautiful country. This is the first time I've born and raised in this part of the country, and never been to this exact spot. Been a great trip so far, and hopefully get Buck to do his thing here tomorrow and get one in the camp.
Well, this is these wild onions that I was talking about earlier. These bears really love these things all across these kind of scabby, rocky areas. This is where we'll be spotting a lot of the bears. They'll be up digging these things out of the ground and eating them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat to get wild onions up here, and can't really dig one out right now, but it's extremely strong smelling onion smell on there.
Yeah, I asked Brandon earlier, you know, what these bears were feeding on, and he explained to me this wild onion thing. I'd never heard of it, but boy, I mean, some of these ridges with these rocky outcroppings going down the top on the timber side, them bears really work them over, and they really like them.
Yeah, they're strong. It's kind of fun when you get into a patch of them, get on a ridge, and it's just strong onion smell, and you're like, what's that doing up here? Yeah. Well, truthfully, there's a lot of bears out here. We just got to get to the right one, have to be in the right spot, and have the right one step out, because we just saw an absolute beautiful one up there, but he's a little too far away. But I know there's more, and they're closer, so hopefully one will step out for us here pretty quick. Well, we just heading back to camp. It's about almost dark, just a little bit of camera life left. And we come down the ridge and look down the trail, and there's a big old bear standing down there. So we tried to make a play on him, but it all happened pretty quick. He went back in the trees, and tried to call him to get him to step back out. Didn't happen. So then we came around over here to where he was headed to, but he pulled his vanishing trick, and he's gone. So we'll come after him tomorrow. I think it's the same bear as last night too.
I think he's as big as the bear we saw last night that kind of had the bad leg.
I think he's about the same size as that one. And the other one today that we got across the canyon, those two are the big ones. This is the next step down. This is a very nice bear. Beautiful color face bear. So, nice chocolate.
Well, it was a scramble drill, for sure.
Fire drill.
Oh yeah, it has going, got my heart rate up.
Yeah, well good. It means you're still alive. After all this rain, we haven't drowned. We're still kicking, and we're still giving her heck. So, stay tuned, we'll keep her going.
There's only one place to find all the long-range gear you need to succeed. LongRangeStore.com. From wind meters and long-range targets to scopes and custom long-range ammo, LongRangeStore.com has it all. And to help increase your knowledge of long-range hunting, check out How to Dope the Wind Beyond Belief with 11-time national champion David Tubb. All this and more only at LongRangeStore.com. It's safe, it's secure, it's easy.
My favorite hunting story on Brandon goes back to when he was 7 years old. We'd bought him a little horse named Josh. It was 7 also. And this little horse you could shoot off of. Anyhow, we moved a lot of cattle out in the desert for different cowboys that we knew that were running cattle out there. And one particular time I remember I was pretty worried because I was going to set him off to move some cattle on his own, and I was going to go one direction, him another. Well, I'm a little bit of a worrier, and so I got to thinking, gosh darn, I don't know whether I should have done that. He's only 7. Anyhow, I got up on a high ridge and looked out across the desert, and I could see his little white speck, which is this horse he was riding. And I started trotting off over there to see how he was, and he was fine. He had this little .22 rifle that he had stuck in a scabbard, and he'd taken it out of the scabbard and was carrying it across the saddle in front of him. He had about 30 head of cows that he'd picked up and was moving just like he was supposed to. And he was shooting jackrabbits as he was moving the cattle. I guess his hunting and shooting and things has come pretty natural to him.
Right. Where are you going to hit this bear if you get an opportunity?
I plan on just putting it right in the middle of his front shoulder.
Okay.
About a third of the way up, halfway up.
Okay. Well, that works. So we're going to get the broadways, or the other shot I'd like to see you make is right on the point, coming out right there. Okay. So slightly quartering. I really like that on bears. It just absolutely shatters that front shoulder. When you shoot dangerous game or predator type stuff, break them down. That's the key to the whole thing. If he can't go on that front end, he can't charge me, he can't get away. So I like busting them down. Breaking bone.
When we get to that point then, you and I'll just be communicating. We're right there together. Just say, hey, that's about right. Touch it off. You tell me whether or not it's right. So
Well, that's the whole
a
game.
lot more than I have.
That's the whole game with the shooter-spotter relationship. So
Good.
we'll be talking, and when we're ready to send it,
Good.
we'll send it.
All righty.
All right, let's go find one so we can send it. Well, we got a nice brown bear spotted on the other side of this hill right here. Just come back, get the gear. We're gonna go make a play and see if we can't put this together and see if we can't get this bear. Got it here. All right. All right. All right, he's 454 yards. For the angle, I'm gonna dial 425. Alrighty. Dad, when he turns broadside, go ahead and take him.
Right there in that off shoulder.
Yep. There you go. There's your shot, Dad. Good shot, Buck. Good job, Dad. Put it on safe. Put it on safe. Okay. I got it. I got that. Yep. That's all right. Hey. Good job.
Hey.
Nice shooting. Nice shooting.
God, my neck was in a cramp like you cannot believe. Hey, thanks. Thanks,
Nice
Kenny.
shooting.
Bert, thank you.
Nice shot.
B, good job.
Nice shooting. I got absolutely dead centered that shoulder. Now that's not the biggest bear on the mountain,
No, he's
but that's a
pretty
beautiful bear though.
Yeah.
He is absolutely gorgeous bear.
Months of waiting, tireless preparation, toil and sweat. Now it's either jackpot or better luck next year. Sometimes the most suspenseful walk is the one to your own mailbox. When your tag is drawn, make it count. Trophy-grade ammunition from Nosler.
Join me and fellow sheep and mountain hunters as a member of the premier wild sheep conservation and hunting organization in the world, the Wild Sheep Foundation. Since forming in 1977, we've raised and spent more than $90 million towards our purpose to put and keep sheep on the mountain. The result is a conservation success that has no peer. Members receive our quarterly Wild Sheep magazine and support the most effective organization of its kind. So join the Wild Sheep Foundation. Visit our website or give us a call today.
For more information on the products featured on today's episode, give us a call at 1-866-754-7618 or visit us online at www.longrangestore.com.
Okay. What do you think? It's what we call the Huskamaw advantage right there. 454 yards, 21-degree angle. Dial straight to the yardage you need. We got a dead bear.
I put that crosshair right on him and it was done. That AccuBond, that did a number.
Yeah, the new Nosler AccuBond 30 cal 210. This is the bear that
2 days ago.
2 days ago,
Yep.
clear up on that point.
Yep.
He was up there and another hunter came in on the top of him, and the wind, he blew him out of there. And yesterday we came in looking for this bear when the weather broke, and I told Kenny and my dad, I said, I bet he's crossed from that and he's up on this middle ridge. Well, lo and behold, we were on that middle ridge, and I'm pretty positive this is the bear Kenny spotted last night that was down here at the bottom. He slowly worked his way all the way up this ridge, and here we are today.
That is him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do
That's-
they cover country or what? Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he could have been rubbing since 2 days. I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
saw him rubbing last night.
Oh yeah.
So that's changed a little bit of the color and his hide.
He's still pretty though, man, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, there's 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 48. He's about 54, and that was at 6 plus another inch, so that would be, he's about 60 inches, 58 to 60 inches, 5-footer. Well, congratulations, Dad.
Thanks, B.
That's a little bit about patience and persistence right there. We have been stuck in a tent, I think more than we've been hunting. So it's been raining like cats and dogs, visibility, fog's been horrible. Been trying to get them, and I know you had a little anxiousness in there. And that kid was getting ready to leave today. He said, oh, I'll go out this morning because the weather finally broke. We've been going nuts trying to get it to break, and finally broke, and well, it all came together. So
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. That little break in the weather was huge. Ken decided to stay with us. We circled this whole mountain, came back over here and found him.
well, Kenny, thank you for coming and helping. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wasn't
Thanks
missed.
again. Thanks again.
Wonderful time.
Dad, good shooting.
Had a great hunt this week. My son Brandon was able to come out from Wyoming and take me on a black bear hunt. I feel very fortunate to have the chance to experience the outdoors and hunting with Brandon. I started Brandon hunting when he was 2 or 3 years old. I carried him on my back in a backpack. And today, he didn't have to carry me, but he did carry my bear out off the side of this mountain. It's just a great time to spend with your family, and especially with Brandon. And for you young sons that are out there, we always say, hey, take your kids hunting. Well, you guys take your dad hunting. It is pretty important to us too.
Well, remember who got you into hunting? Turn it around, take them hunting. Thanks for watching this week's show. The best of the West, your long range hunting authority. See you at the top.